OMG. That just made the season finale of Game of Thrones awesome. Ooh, yeah. Needless to say, warning, spoilers ahead. So there's this video that was made by a fan and posted on Twitter by someone named Khaled Comics. What this guy did was so simple and so easy, and it totally changed the ending of Game of Thrones. Everyone's pissed about that, right? It was all rushed. None of the character arcs came around full circle. None of it made a lot of sense. None of the characters behaved like we came to know them. But a fan makes this just some real subtle tweaks to the footage that we already have and totally changes the ending. It actually is great. I'll play it since it's real short, so you guys can see.
I'm sorry I wasn't there when you needed me.
You were exactly where you were supposed to be.
Come on! OMG, that was awesome. How is it a fan could make such a small little slight alteration and come up with a way better ending than D&D? It just blew your mind. If they did that in the show, I think everyone would have been fine with the ending. No one would have been mad about Bran being the king. It just goes to show how these guys checked out super early. I heard HBO wanted a lot more episodes. You can't blame HBO. I mean, I know there's a petition out there to remake season 8. They can't do anything about it. It's Benioff and Weiss. Those are the guys. And they were checked out a long time ago to go start their Star Wars trilogy. Actually, I heard now they don't have a trilogy. It's just going to be one movie, supposedly. If you haven't heard, they're talking about making Knights of the Old Republic. But I believe that's all speculation. Nothing is concrete yet. But anyway, they wanted to get over to Disney and get that mouse paycheck. So they just rushed this whole season. And it's just such a shame because those of us that have been invested in this show for years, and I came to the show late, but I was really looking forward to this season. I mean, we waited almost 2 years to see it. And then I was very disappointed when I found out it was only going to be 6 episodes. And I just had a bad feeling the whole time that it was just going to get ruined. You know, once you run out of Martin's material, it's pretty much a done deal. But if this is how the show ended, I would have been okay with it. It made you go, WTF. That's how Game of Thrones needed to end. It would have been totally mind-boggling. And even the 6-episode thing would have been fixed. How is it that fans are so much more creative than professionals now? What does that say about the industry? This isn't the first time. Think about that Star Wars theory. That guy that made that Darth Vader short film? That was Star Wars to me. I don't know what these movies Disney are making, but they're not Star Wars. That guy knows Star Wars. A fan film that he funded with crowdfunding was better than the studio could produce. Or Star Trek Continues, which is another fan-made series about the original Star Trek. He kind of bridges the original show with the movies. It's incredible. That's real Star Trek. Way better than anything J.J. Abrams ever came up with. Until CBS or Viacom or somebody made them stop producing the show, even though they don't make any money on it whatsoever. I'll put links in the description so you guys can go check those out. Why don't the studios just go get these guys to make these movies and shows? They're so much better than anything else out there. And you probably don't have to pay them but a fraction of what you're paying these huge directors with delusions of godhood. Come on. I don't know about you guys, but I think something is changing. I feel the winds of change are coming around. It's time to shift creativity into the hands of fans. They do a much better job. I don't know if it's because they're not in it for the money, they're in it for the love of the product, or if they're just smarter and more creative. I don't know what it is, but I would take this any day over the official Game of Thrones ending. But then again, what do I know? I'm just an old noob. Oh yeah! Subscribe, share, and like.